I have always been a dreamer, lost in thought, gazing out of windows, picturing worlds beyond my own. My imagination has always been my most prized possession, a boundless realm where anything is possible. It's a place where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and the mundane becomes magical. From a young age, my mind was constantly wandering to faraway lands since childhood, fueled by stories, maps, and the allure of the unknown. I would spend hours poring over atlases, tracing my fingers along the contours of continents, imagining the lives of people in distant cultures. Vintage travel posters adorned my walls, each one a portal to a different corner of the globe, whispering promises of adventure and discovery. A spinning globe sat on my desk, a constant reminder of the vastness and diversity of our planet. Of all the places I imagined, the destinations that danced in my head, Egypt called to me with a special kind of magic, a siren song that resonated deep within my soul. It was more than just a place on a map. It was an idea, a feeling, a promise of something ancient and profound. The golden light of the desert, the life-giving waters of the Nile, the sheer scale of the landscape, it all combined to create an irresistible allure. A land of pharaohs, of powerful rulers and enigmatic figures who shaped the course of history. Their stories echoed through the ages, their monuments standing as testaments to their ambition and vision. I yearned to walk in their footsteps, to feel the weight of their legacy, to understand the secrets of their reign. Gods and a river that shaped a civilization, a pantheon of deities whose myths and legends permeated every aspect of ancient Egyptian life. The Nile, the lifeblood of the land, carving its way through the desert, nourishing the soil and sustaining a culture that thrived for millennia. I wanted to witness the power of the river, to understand its significance, to feel its connection to the very soul of Egypt. Packing my suitcase, carefully folding each item, each piece of clothing a symbol of the journey ahead. The anticipation was building with every item placed inside. The passport, the boarding pass, the tangible proof that the dream was finally felt real. It was no longer just a fantasy. It was a plan, a commitment, a promise to myself that I would finally experience the magic of Egypt firsthand. I pictured the Egyptian sun, beating down on the sand, casting long shadows across the ancient monuments. The taste of mint tea, sweet and refreshing, a welcome respite from the desert heat. I imagined myself sitting in a bustling cafe, sipping tea and watching the world go by, soaking in the sights and sounds of this vibrant culture. And the music of a language I didn't know, the melodic sounds of Arabic filling the air, a symphony of unfamiliar words and rhythms. I was eager to immerse myself in the language, to learn a few phrases, to connect with the people on a deeper level. The night before my flight, the hours stretched out, each minute an eternity. Excitement kept me awake, my mind racing with anticipation, replaying every detail of the journey in my head. Sleep was a distant dream, replaced by a restless energy that pulsed through my veins. It felt like Christmas Eve, the night before a grand adventure, a feeling of childlike wonder and anticipation bubbling inside me, with wonders just beyond the horizon, waiting to be discovered, explored, and experienced. What would it be like to stand in the shadow of the Great Pyramid, to feel its immense presence, to marvel at its architectural genius, to connect with the history that permeated its very stones? Would the hieroglyphs reveal their secrets? Would I be able to decipher their hidden meanings, to unlock the mysteries of the past? With hope in my heart and passport in hand, a symbol of freedom and possibility, I set off, ready to embrace the unknown, to immerse myself in a new culture, to challenge my perceptions and expand my horizons. Leaving behind the gray of home for the gold of the desert, trading the familiar for the exotic, the mundane for the magical. As the plane soared, lifting me higher and higher above the clouds, I felt I was heading toward my destiny, a journey that had been years in the making, a culmination of dreams and aspirations. Egypt was no longer a dream, a figment of my imagination, but a living, breathing land waiting for me, teeming with life, history, and culture. I was finally on my way, the wheels of the plane touching down on Egyptian soil, marking the beginning of a new chapter in my life. To see if reality could match the magic I'd always imagined, to discover if the Egypt of my dreams could compare to the Egypt that awaited me. My first breath of Cairo. Stepping off the plane, the air itself felt different, thick with anticipation and the promise of the unknown. It was a sensory overload, a world away from anything I had ever experienced. It was a rush of warmth, spices, a fragrant explosion that tickled my nose and made my eyes water in the best possible way. The spice market was a kaleidoscope of colors and aromas, each vendor vying for attention, their voices a melodic hum against the backdrop of the bustling street. And then there was the sweet haze of shisha, hanging in the air like a mystical fog. The cafes spilled onto the sidewalks, filled with locals and tourists alike, all sharing stories and laughter over bubbling water pipes. The air was thick with the scent of apple, mint, and a dozen other exotic flavors. The city swept me into its vibrant chaos, a swirling vortex of sights, sounds, and smells. It was overwhelming, yes, but also exhilarating. I felt alive in a way I hadn't before, completely immersed in the energy of this ancient metropolis. Car horns blared a constant symphony of urban life. The call to prayer echoed from the minarets, a haunting melody that resonated through the city, a reminder of the deep-rooted faith that permeates every aspect of life here. It was a sound that both calmed and invigorated, a call to reflection amidst the chaos. And the hum of life was everywhere, a constant buzz of activity that never seemed to cease. People hurried along the sidewalks, vendors hawked their wares, and the air crackled with conversation. From the car window, I saw ancient and modern side by side, a visual representation of Cairo's rich and complex history. Gleaming skyscrapers towered over crumbling Ottoman-era buildings, a testament to the city's ability to embrace the future while still honoring its past. Donkey carts ambled along next to shiny new cars, a charming juxtaposition of old and new. Mosques stood proudly among high-rises, their intricate designs a stark contrast to the sleek modern architecture. Families gathered on balconies sharing meals and laughter, their silhouettes framed against the warm glow of the setting sun. Children played in the streets, their joyful shouts echoing through the narrow alleyways, and the city pulsed with an undeniable energy, a vibrant current that ran through every street and alleyway. As dusk fell, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Cairo transformed into a glittering sea of lights, a breathtaking spectacle that stretched as far as the eye could see, its heartbeat never slowing, a city that truly never sleeps. On my balcony, I watched and listened, captivated by the symphony of the city below, feeling the city's stories swirl around me, whispering secrets in the warm night air. Each sound, each light, each passing face seemed to hold a piece of Cairo's intricate puzzle. The people I met, smiling, welcoming, their eyes filled with warmth and genuine curiosity, made me feel less like a tourist and more like a guest, embraced by their incredible hospitality. They shared their food, their stories, and their laughter, making me feel instantly at home. Cairo's magic was immediate, a potent spell that cast its charm upon me from the moment I arrived, replacing my expectations with pure wonder, exceeding anything I could have imagined. I knew this city had a million stories to tell, etched into its ancient stones and whispered on the wind, and I was ready to discover them, to lose myself in its labyrinthine streets and uncover the secrets hidden within its walls. I was ready for an adventure. The day I saw the pyramids, the air felt electric with history. They rose from the desert, immense and awe-inspiring. No photo could prepare me for their scale. Walking toward the Great Pyramid, I felt tiny, humbled by stones placed thousands of years ago. Touching the sun-warmed surface, I connected with the past and the countless souls who'd stood there before me. The ambition and precision of these monuments were staggering, built to last forever, and I believed they would. As the sun set, the pyramids glowed gold, and peace settled over the plateau. Seeing them was pure magic, a testament to human spirit I'll never forget. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the sands, we find ourselves drawn to an enigma of the ancient world. Near the pyramids sits the Sphinx, a colossal statue meticulously carved from bedrock, a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of a civilization long past. It possesses the powerful physique of a lion's body, a symbol of strength and regality, stretching out across the Giza plateau. Yet atop this majestic form rests a king's head, complete with the traditional Nemes headdress and a royal cobra, signifying wisdom and authority. The play of light and shadow across its weathered features only enhances its aura of eternal mystery, leaving us to ponder its purpose and origins. While dwarfed by the towering pyramids, the Sphinx holds its own, its presence just as powerful, commanding respect and awe from all who gaze upon it. Standing as a silent sentinel, it radiates wisdom and secrets, whispering tales of pharaohs and gods to those who listen closely. Time has taken its toll, leaving its weathered face and missing nose as visible reminders of the relentless march of history. But these imperfections only add to its dignity. They speak of resilience, endurance, and the ability to withstand the trials of time. Forever vigilant, it's a silent guardian of the pharaoh's realm, watching over their eternal resting place with unwavering dedication. The Sphinx has witnessed the ebb and flow of civilizations, watching empires rise and fall like the desert sands that surround it. Through wars and conquests, through shifting sands and changing beliefs, it has remained steadfast through millennia, a constant presence in an ever-changing world. Legend says it poses a riddle, a challenge to those who seek to understand the mysteries of the universe. But perhaps its true question is not one of intellect, but about our own fleeting place in history, our purpose, and our legacy. Standing before it, dwarfed by its immense size and humbled by its ancient wisdom, I felt the weight of time pressing down upon me. It sparked a deep sense of introspection and the urge to consider my own legacy, what I would leave behind for future generations. Its silence speaks volumes, a profound language understood not through words, but through the heart and soul. It stands as a keeper of secrets, the very soul of ancient Egypt, a monument to human achievement and the enduring power of the human spirit. Leaving felt like saying goodbye, a reluctant departure from a place of profound beauty and ancient wisdom. It was like bidding farewell to a wise friend who knows all, understands all, and has seen all that has come to pass. But this friend simply watches and waits, patiently guarding the secrets of the past and offering its silent wisdom to those who seek it. Leaving Cairo's chaos, I found a different magic on the Nile, a gentle, timeless rhythm. Boarding a cruise in Luxor, the world slowed down, the river became my peaceful home. I watched life unfold on the banks, farmers in galabeas, children waving, scenes unchanged for centuries. Each sunset painted the sky in fiery colors, reflected on the calm water. The Nile is more than a route, it's Egypt's lifeblood, connecting past and present. Drifting along, I felt a deep peace and a sense of being carried by history itself. The river taught me to slow down and savor the beauty of every moment. Our first stop was Karnak, a city of gods, a vast open-air museum built over 2 millennia. The great hypostyle hall's towering columns made me feel small, sunlight casting dramatic shadows all around. Every surface was alive with hieroglyphs, stories, prayers, and history etched in stone. With our guide's help, the walls came alive, revealing tales of ambition and devotion. Nearby, Luxor Temple offered elegance and magic, especially at night when it glowed in golden light. Walking the Avenue of Sphinxes, I felt the presence of ancient royals and the pulse of history. These temples aren't just ruins, they're places of energy and connection, where the past feels close. Standing within their walls, I felt the centuries melt away, experiencing Egypt with both heart and eyes. Crossing to Luxor's west bank felt like entering another world, the land of the dead. The Valley of the Kings, barren on the surface, hides a treasure trove of royal tombs below. Descending into Ramesses IV's tomb, I was stunned by vibrant paintings and sacred silence. Each tomb told its own story, gods and star charts, and the journey to the afterlife. Standing in these secret chambers was a privilege, a glimpse into beliefs about eternity. Tutankhamun's tomb, though small, still held an aura of discovery and wonder. The valley is a silent library of the afterlife, a reminder that even in death, the Egyptians created lasting beauty. No trip to Cairo is complete without exploring Khan el-Khalili, a maze of history, trade, and sensory delight. The air is thick with spices, perfumes, and coffee. The alleys overflow with lanterns, carpets, and treasures. The market hums with friendly haggling, laughter, and the clink of tea glasses. Shopkeepers welcome you with stories and mint tea, proud of their crafts and heritage. I spent hours sipping tea, watching the world go by, feeling at home in the bazaar's heart. I left with spices and souvenirs, but the real treasure was the warmth and spirit of the people. Khan el-Khalili is Cairo's heartbeat, a living museum where past and present dance together. As my plane left Cairo, gratitude filled me, not sadness. Egypt was more than a destination. It was a journey through history and a lesson in human spirit. I touched ancient stones, sailed the Nile, and shared laughter with today's Egyptians. The real magic wasn't just in monuments, but in how Egypt made me feel. Small, awed, and deeply connected to humanity's story. I came with dreams and left with memories richer than I'd imagined. This isn't goodbye, but a thank you, and a promise to return. I hope my story sparks wonder in your heart. The world is full of magic, and I plan to see as much as I can. Join me. Let's keep exploring together.